In the previous video, I explained how to use the winds and drops in Tibetan Buddhism. This video explains the 6 Yogas of Naropa. This is an important teaching of the Kagyu school of Tibetan Buddhism. The 6 Yogas of Naropa were passed down from Indian to Lopa to Naropa, from Naropa to Tibetan Marpa, and from Marpa to Milarepa, from master to disciple. The 6 Yogas of Naropa have the 6 training methods: the mystic heat, clear light, the illusory body, dream, Pho Wa, and Bardo. First, I will explain the mystic heat of the 6 Yogas of Naropa. The mystic heat is the basic training method in the 6 Yogas of Naropa. The first step in the practice is to inhale and send the winds through the left and right channels below the navel. The winds are like the concept of prana. The winds are the vehicle of your mind. What the winds manifest at the level of the gross body is the breath. Then, hold the breath, and hold the winds below the navel, and compress the winds. It allows the winds to enter the central channel, which is usually hollow. And imagine a fire being ignited and burning below the navel by the wind. In addition, by contemplating sexual intercourse with the visualized consort, the fire below the navel burns more and more. The heat of energy melts the white drop in the head, and the white drop drips down through the central channel. The white drop is also called Amrita. Then, each time, the white drop falls through each chakra in the head, throat, heart, and navel, 4 joys are experienced. It is called the 4 descending joys. Furthermore, a mystical experience may occur as a result of this practice. White drops dripping from the head accumulate in the lower part of the central channel. And there, bliss and emptiness are united, and co-emergent wisdom emerges. Then, the co-emergent wisdom ascends with intense joy along the central channel. It is called the 4 ascending joys. When the winds enter the central channel, which is usually hollow, through the practice of the mystic heat, you can proceed to the other 5 practices of the 6 Yogas of Naropa. Next, I will explain clear light of the 6 Yogas of Naropa. There is the indestructible drop in the center of the heart chakra. There, the superconsciousness sleeps in an inert state. Then, when the winds entering the central channel completely dissolve into the indestructible drop in the heart, the winds, that is, the mind, enter the clear light. To enter the clear light, there is a method of practice in which you must not have any thoughts. Tilopa taught, don't think. Rest in the natural state. Tibetan esoteric Buddhism teaches that everything arises from a foundation that has 3 aspects: emptiness, light, and wisdom. The clear light is in emptiness, where there is no thought. Sleep can also be used to enter the clear light. This is because when one falls asleep, the mind approaches emptiness and the clear light. First, before falling asleep, imagine Tibetan letters in the center of your heart chakra. Then, dissolve yourself into the Tibetan letters. The winds gather in the place where the mind is concentrated. So, the winds gather around the indestructible drop in the heart. Then, imagine that you are in the clear light, approaching sleep and emptiness. And the winds dissolve into the indestructible drop. And you enter into the clear light. Next, I will explain the illusory body of the Six Yogas of Naropa. In the illusory body, the astral body made of the winds arises from the clear light. When a person goes to sleep, the mind approaches emptiness and approaches the clear light. An astral body arises from the clear light. And astral projection becomes possible. Also, when a person dies, the mind approaches emptiness and clear light. A Bardo body after death arises from the clear light. And one enters the afterlife called the Bardo. Usually, the clear light is like the sun, hidden by clouds. And the astral body made of it is incomplete and temporary. But, by completely uniting your mind with the clear light, you can create an immortal astral body called the rainbow body. Next, I will explain dream of the Six Yogas of Naropa. This is the practice of controlling dreams for astral projection or to enter the clear light. First, there is the practice of always thinking that this is a dream, even during the day. In this way, even when you are dreaming, you come to realize that this is a dream. In fact, Buddhism teaches that the world is essentially like a dream without substance. The next way to control dreams is to allow the winds to enter the central channel before falling asleep. By keeping the winds, that is, the mind, in the central channel, you can remain conscious even in dreams. In addition, Tibetan esoteric Buddhism explains that when you fall asleep and approach the clear light, dreams appear in the throat chakra. Then, before going to sleep, concentrate on the red chakra in the throat and collect the winds in the throat chakra. Then, you can control your dreams by imagining the dreams you want to see. Next, I will explain Pho Wa of the Six Yogas of Naropa. In Tibetan esoteric Buddhism, there are 9 openings in the body. They include the eyes, nose, mouth, and so on. and at the time of death. When the mind leaves the body through any opening, the dead person enters the intermediate state and repeats reincarnation. And at the time of death, when the mind leaves the body from the top of the head through the central channel, the dead person enters nirvana and is liberated. Therefore, when death is imminent, Pho Wa is done. The practitioner meditates on the mind repeatedly, diving from the heart to the pure land above the head. By doing so, this helps the mind to move through the crown at the time of death. Finally, I will explain Bardo of the Six Yogas of Naropa, which is a practice for liberation after death. First, the process of dying brings the mind closer to emptiness. And there will be visions of white. Then there will be visions of red. And then there will be visions of black. Then you will approach the clear light. If you have practiced during your lifetime, you will recognize the clear light at that time. Then enter into the clear light, and then stay as long as you can. And the mind will leave the crown, and you will be liberated. If not, a Bardo body arises from the clear light of death. Then one enters the afterlife called the Bardo, until rebirth. This Bardo body is incomplete, and it will eventually disappear, and you are destined for reincarnation. So when you enter the Bardo, realize that you are already dead, and cut off the illusions that appear. Then contemplate that your body is the deity. Meditate on emptiness. Then, when the clear light appears, dissolve into the clear light. And you can create an immortal astral body from the clear light. The Six Yogas of Naropa first allow the winds, that is, the mind, to enter the central channel through the mystic heat. Then, through the other 5 practices, the mind approaches the emptiness, and enter the clear light. And an immortal astral body arises from the clear light, and you will be liberated from rebirth.